What's going on, everybody? It's Gino coming at you breakdown UFC 287, Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira, number 2. Before we get started, if you have not done this, actually, no, I cannot. Did anybody else watch the press conference? I really don't pay attention to it that much, but if you don't follow the MMA guru, he pointed out, oh my gosh, like Israel Adesanya is wearing a dress and he's quoting Eminem. Like, what is going on? I don't know, but we'll cover that more. Subscribe to the channel, hit the video with a like, and leave me a comment with your favorite fighter. If you do not have a favorite fighter, if you don't feel like doing that, just put a letter in there. Boost that algorithm for me. All right, guys. So, back to Mr. 8 Mile. So, Israel Adesanya, and I quote, said, "This is my moment." I don't know the lyrics to the song, but he actually sang them. It's pretty bad. I'm going to have to agree with you, Guru. Thank you for pointing that out. For people like me who like the narrative side of fighting. But here's the thing. Israel Adesanya sees the boogeyman right now. And his boogeyman's name is Alex Pereira. He's doing all this talking, dancing, inspirational videos. He's probably going to do some really ridiculous walkout. Alex Pereira's like literally just sitting there like a stone cold killer. The only thing Alex Pereira says is, well, it's a good thing the WWE's here. So, Izzy has somewhere to go. That's it. He just is not playing. And it was very like, yeah, if he's going to be a champion, it's not going to be here. That's basically what he's saying. Because I'm here. Not cocky. He's plus 600 to get around 1 KO, TKO. And I really think that's what could happen. I like Pereira, and it's going to be dog or pass. Israel, if you look at him, he's fought nothing but 5-round fights. 86, 75, 85, 102. Not a very good score. He's 8,300. I'd rather pay the 7,900 and use this fight as a leverage play. But I do like Pereira. I'm even betting him. I'm doing 2 units on him on the money line. All right, this one right here. Now we've got Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Masvidal. Gilbert Burns is going to be in a title fight soon, and he's just going to run right through Masvidal on his way to it. The over 4.5 is plus 105. That's because I think Gilbert Burns finishes him, and he could finish him in round 1, or he could just toss him around a little bit and then finish him later. But either way, Masvidal is getting finished. Masvidal is not winning this fight. But for DraftKings, I will go and fade Burns and just go with a little sprinkle of Masvidal, because if anything, if Masvidal can get a knockout, highly unlikely, that's the only way he's going to win, he will be optimal at $6,600. Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez. This is a good one, but I'm going to go with Yanez. Both guys actually score pretty decent. If you look at Font, he scored 114, 119, and 73 in his last 3 wins on DraftKings. And then Yanez is 114, 70, 106, and 81 over his last 4 wins. If you look at Adrian Yanez, Yanez has beat guys like Randy Costa, Tony Kelly, Gustavo Lopez, and he finished all those guys with the exception of Grant. He went to decision versus him. He doesn't have any takedowns or control time, but he does have finish upside. If you look at Font, on the other hand, Font's fought some dudes. Aldo, Vera. He scored what? He had a crazy score. 114 in a loss to Vera in 5 rounds. But this isn't a 5-round fight. But anyways, I think this is a great fight. Get elevated on both guys. But I do like Yanez. And then for the betting, I'm actually going to play Yanez as a same-game parlay. KO, TKO under 2.5. Just... I think I got some bonus too. This is a give-me, but the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm like, man, I don't know. But, no, I'm not going to overthink it. I don't play $6,000 fighters. But Kevin Holland, he just got done with the fight with Wonder Boy. He fights literally anybody and everybody. But he does a lot of stupid stuff. But I just think they're giving him Ponzinibbio. Ponzinibbio he's not going to, he's not these upper guys that he's been fighting. He's darn sure not Chimaev. I think that he could get finished here against Kevin Holland, and Kevin Holland, that's what he'll need. But he's 9,300. He's not somebody I love on DraftKings, but it will be Holland or pass because it's, again, 6K, we don't fight him. Rodriguez versus Rosas. This one's interesting. I've been talking about this a lot. I'm going to pick Rosas, but I'm going to not hesitate from playing Rodriguez. They have similar records. Rosas is young and very talented, but he is young. He is 18 years old, and this is a man's game. He's fighting a guy in Rodriguez who has more experience. Fought guys like Pierce, Americani, But Rosas is impressive. Rosas is plus 165 submission, plus 225 decision. You got Rodriguez, who's plus 400 decision, and the under 2.5 is minus 120. The one thing is, like I said, we don't know. We haven't seen Rosas be tested yet. So, this could be the first test, and we don't know how he'll respond. Now, with that being said, I do think Rosas wins. I think, the UFC knows what they're doing. They're trying to build him up against quality competition, but not too quality, if you know what I mean. Like, guys that they know he should beat if he is who they think he is. That reminds me of that football coach quote. But anyways, I'm going all in on the fight because if Rodriguez can upset him, he will be optimal because it will more than likely be some type of a finish. If you look, he scored 96 points in his win against Weems, when a submission win. So we'll see. Like I said, I don't like to rule out the unknown, so I'm going to go all in because, like I said, I think either winner here will score well. The other thing is, Rosas is looking like some serious leverage right now on DraftKings ownership. Nope, not Rosas. Actually, I've got it labeled. Sorry, wrong person. Just check my notes. All right, we got Chris Curtis versus Kevin Gastelum. We're going to go Chris Curtis. Gastelum, I do like the fact that he is fighting over there with Henry Cejudo and team, but he's 1-5. He lost, but look at who he's lost to. Cannonier, Hermanson, Till. I mean, he's fought some quality guys. His past 3 wins, which doesn't have many, as of recent, 95, 63, and 106. So he's kind of like spotty with winning, but I mean, he could really improve at with Cejudo. But at $8,200, do I want to pay for that on DraftKings? Let's look on the other side. Chris Curtis, motor for days. I'm trying not to be biased because this is one of Dr. Octagon's guys, and I tend to roll with him. They got a little biased nature, but that's just who I am. Try to be a loyal guy. But anyways, but I think Chris Curtis has got the motor here, and I think he's fought great guys. And I mean, Chris Curtis is getting a little older, but I mean, it looks like he's like coming into a prime. He gets better and better every time. 78, 106, and 109 in his last 3 wins. He has a 100% takedown defense, so Gastelum's not going to be getting him to the ground more than likely. He's plus 350 KO, TKO plus 225 decision. I really like him, especially at $8,000. The line opened his way, but it has moved towards Gastelum, which isn't always a bad thing. All right, Waterson versus Pinheiro. We are going to go Pinheiro, and I'm going to actually play her on the round 2 submission. Here's why. If you look at it, all finishes for Pinheiro prior to the Sam Hughes win, which was a decision. She has the ability to break the slate with a finish. She's $8,600. She appears to be getting fed a weaker opponent in Waterson. Waterson's not good. I'm just going to tell you. She's projected 76. Pinheiro's projected 76 fantasy points, and she is the lowest owned for that. So out of the 8K fighters, some of them are projected below 70 fantasy points, and those guys, some maybe own like 18, 20%. All the guys at 8K that are projected 72 and above, they're garnering anywhere from 30 to 40% ownership. Pinheiro is garnering 23%. So I just saying she's a great leverage play. She's plus 600 to get a submission, plus 1,600 to get it done in round 2. The over 2.5 is minus 320. So very good chance, but it's minus 1,000 to end in submission or decision. So like I'm saying, I'm really liking Pinheiro. I'm not even going to really go into Waterson too much because I just like Pinheiro, and his Pinheiro or pass. One thing to note, Waterson's 176, 76 in her last 3 wins, and it's not much better than that before then. Volume stinks. It'll be a sloppy decision if she wins. If you're into playing dog females, it wouldn't be the worst, but I just think Pinheiro is the better fighter in this one. Okay, moving on. Joseph Pfeiffer versus Gerald Meerschaert. Okay, I know a lot of people like Meerschaert, but I'm actually going to go Pfeiffer here. I think that this is a sucker line. I think Meerschaert's a familiar name. A lot of people will get on him with the pricing. 7,500 plus 155. He's an OG in the fight game. Great submission game. His opponent's combined record of his last 4 wins are 75 and 20. Very live dog here. because that's pretty quality. He's plus 275 submission, plus 550 round 1 submission. The under 1.5 is minus 140. Very good chance of violence. Now, Piper, on the other hand, he's 10-2. He's minus 180. He's $8,700. He's got a submission loss to Patai, and it didn't age well for going into this fight against a guy like Mearshart, who's a submission guy. But he's been working on his grappling. He just won a grappling match, the sanctioned grappling match. He's got a round 1 KO TKO versus Amadovsky. He's very powerful. Minus 105 KO TKO, plus 165 to get it done in round 1. Somebody's getting finished here. I'm going heavy on both these guys. I mean, this is a very good chance of finishing in round 1 and one of the fighters getting over 100. 106, he scored 106 with his last round 1 win. Sorry, I had a typo, but Mearshart has been put out 5 of his 15 losses. So Mearshart has 5 of his 15 losses. He has been put down. KO TKO. Something to note, important to note as we look at playing. Now, this is interesting. I'm taking a different here. Carl Williams is just the better fighter. Let's not give Sherman a whole bunch of credit. He was fighting Barnett. That's not Carl Williams. Carl Williams sucks for you, Sherman. You should have been priced in the $6,000 range. I'm going to take all that ownership leverage. If it bites me, it does. But I'm going to put it all on Williams. I'm going to fade Sherman, treat him like a 6K fighter. And then betting, I'm going to go Williams under 2.5 because look at that line. I mean, come on. Come on. Yeah. Nope. Lupita Godinez versus Calvillo. I'm going Calvillo because it's female MMA. Dog or pass. But here's what I'm going to say. I'm going all in on this fight. This is my leverage spot here. Godinez, she's projected well. Look at her scores. 129, 86, 127. She's garnering 18% ownership right now. So you mean to tell me she beats a Calvillo who doesn't look that good, who looks to be getting given to Godinez to get her back on track after dropping one to Hill? Ugh. God, and Carolina? Ooh. But I think they're trying to build her up. I think she got the look. I think she's got what they want. And I think that's why they're feeding her to Calvillo. But Calvillo's not bad either. She's got 4 straight losses. She does have a slight takedown upside. Decent striking volume. She's fought top girls. Nunes, Lee, Andrade, Chukagian. That's all I'm saying. But I really think Godinez will win. And I think she's getting fed here. And I just think either way, whoever wins will score well and be low owned. Nope. To the 6K Ogden. Bahamondes, he scored 99 and 104 in his last 2 wins. He's got some possible control time he could accumulate, but we haven't seen much because, he just really hasn't had to do it. He's got some knockdown potential, and he's a possible leverage play. I got to look further into his ownership, and it's going to be Bahamondes or pass. Garcia versus Shaylin Nerdembecky. This is my other all-in play. We have Garcia here. He lost to Luis Pena decision, and then Mahashate round 1. He lost. Mahashate is a very good fighter. He scored 133 in his win over Hooper. Scored 116 in his win over Ontiveros. He could be a serious slate breaker at 7,300. He has takedown, control time upside. He has finish upside. Plus 400 to get a decision. Plus 475 to get a KO. TKO. The under for this fight is set at 2.5. Minus 150. Now, if you look at Nerdembecky, his opponent's record of his last 5 opponents is 64 and 40, which isn't that great. Which makes me say, okay, maybe don't go crazy. But let's look at his ceiling. Let's look at his value that he brings for DK. 111, 105, 99, scored in his last 3 wins, round 1 finish, and 2 decisions. Okay. So we're talking about a guy at $8,900 who can score well in pretty much any way. He's got solid wrestling at high DK ceiling. Yes, please. He's plus 140 to get a KO, TKO. He's plus 320 to get a decision. With that being said, I'm all in on the fight, but I'm going to play the dog for value because I like a plus money Garcia. Sam Hughes versus Amorium. All right, I like Amorium. Amorium's going to be a core play for me. She's the best 9K play to me. She has not gone past round 1 yet. She appears to be the real deal. This will be a step up, but she's fighting a person who has fought good people, but has just managed to get beat down by them, and really hasn't shown anything in her wins to say, hey, like, I could be really great. And I think that's what she's serving her purpose here. She's getting fed. And I do think the $9,000 Amorium could go overlooked. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate it. That's the full card breakdown. If you have any questions, hit me up. Look for the full article coming out tomorrow. If you have any questions, again, I'm on Twitter. Looking forward to the fights. Again, guys, good luck, and I look forward to hearing from y'all. Thanks for watching.